This is the sort of devastating news that in an earlier time would have perhaps made our Meanwhile In segment, but now I think it deserves singular focus. And that is that while we have been rightfully frustrated with the rollout of vaccines here in the US, it is a far, 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 far worse situation outside of countries like the US, Canada, UK, Germany, that sort of thing. The world is, according to a report by The Guardian, on the edge of a catastrophic moral failure in the distribution of vaccines, with just 25 doses administered across all poor countries, compared with 39 million in wealthier ones, according to the head of the World Health Organization. Not 25 million, not 25,000, 25. Like everyone in all of those countries who's been vaccinated could stand in the background of my shot right now. That's insane. And it's even worse than that, because it's just one country. Guinea is the sole low-income country to have delivered any shots. Last week, it got a few of the Russian Sputnik vaccine. Its president got one and 24 other people. And I'm assuming that even in this poor country, it's probably not the poorest people who are getting it. Francesca, 25 shots. It's been weeks. It's been like a month now, basically. 25 shots in one country.
I mean, I'm not surprised. But I know that there are other countries that are. I know, for example, Argentina, where I used to live, they have been rolling out the vaccine. So it's not the entire global South. It's not all of But yes, the countries that are perhaps the poorest, the most in need, that they have not gotten it. And I know we're gonna go into sort of the politics of that and like the pharmaceutical companies' responsibility. But I just wanna say that this is what happens when we have global powers that abdicate any kind of responsibility for the rest of the world. Like we've spent hundreds and hundreds of years pillaging these nations, and then we'll just build walls when any of those folks who are trying to flee the nations that we have devastated want to come into our country. And so you can draw a line, as we have this entire time, between COVID and climate change. We know that there's such thing as climate refugees, and there is such thing as COVID refugees, right? There will be people who need to leave and are trying to leave because their countries are not handling this health crisis and are not able to handle this health crisis well. And so the more we invest, if we are a globalized world, the more that we invest in countries with no strings attached, with no regime change strings attached, the better it is for everybody. And so not to go back to the immigration stuff, but I know that one of Biden's points in his plan to tackle immigration is also increasing the funding to countries in Central America that have been devastated, that Trump has ripped money out from, but that we know goes a long way to making sure that people don't have to migrate in the first place. So just to draw that comparison there,
Yeah, and what you were talking about is like, it's one of the classic contradictions in the way conservatives see the world. It's, I wanna be protected by things, and so I will think no farther than the closest wall I can set up. And I will create a literal hell on the other side. I will guarantee that there will be disturbances and chaos and war and all of that. But I will be at least temporarily really safe inside of my little community with people that look and think and worship exactly like me, rather than trying to increase the quality of life of everyone so that it's not like that. We could have spent 6 months setting up, because like they say, like it's really tough to make a lot of vaccines because of supply chain. Okay, well you could also be setting up for that. We could have spent 6 months prepping for that, to not only distribute so much of the vaccine that we could vaccinate our entire population very quickly, but become a world leader in shipping the vaccine to other countries. And I know that obviously that's never gonna happen under Trump, and that's true, but hypothetically, if you want American businesses to do very well, American businesses don't just interact with Americans, okay? They require people to not be engulfed by a pandemic worldwide. If we all get vaccinated and that's where it ends, and maybe the UK does pretty well, and Germany and Israel, and that's pretty much it, that is going to be terrible. Even if you don't care about the human cost, just the business cost for that is going to be devastating. To put it in perspective, there's 25 shots. This is insane, but Classic Tech said this on Twitch. 23 shots, it's actually 25, but 25 shots is less shots than what's available in the song Shots by LMFAO. They say the word shots in that song more than the number of shots all of these countries have gotten.
Oh God.
Insane.
Check out the Damage Report podcast each day, wherever you get your podcasts, whether Pocket Casts or Stitcher or iTunes. You can join me as I give you the news and stories you want, with a range of co-hosts and interview guests jumping in on the fun each day. Again, that's the Damage Report, wherever you get your podcasts. And if you get them at iTunes, don't forget to rate and review. Sometimes I'll read them live on the show.